anybody else. If they're attractive, it's okay.
It's not
Is that
okay.
what you're saying?
It's not okay because most of the time, like I've been out and someone's punched me in the arm or whatever, and what have you.
And if she's got a nice looking face, you'll laugh it
No,
off.
do you know what? They've always got a nice looking face because it's always the ones that are attractive are the ones that will go that extra because they know, and they'll be giggling. Yeah. Do you understand?
He keeps asking when is Daddy coming home.
I lost my child.
I've been single for about 2 years. He just doesn't understand.
Gift of the gab. Share your views. Speak your truths.
Hello and welcome to G.O.T.G. We're back again with another episode or series or whatever you want to call it. Topic, that's the one. We're back again with another topic and I thought I'd invite my guest back again. I've not told you her name before. Her name's Amma. I thought she'll be best suited for this scenario. So yeah, she's here and we're going to get her opinion and my opinion and maybe your opinion if you want to leave a comment below. So hear this one now, yeah? So there's a guy, he's got twin sisters, innit, yeah? And his sister, obviously, they've got two different partners, two different male partners, and then there's a gathering at his mum's house. And one of the partners of the twins sees the other twin who came with their partner. Are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
All right, cool. So when he's seen him, he's giving the other twin sister of his girlfriend a kiss.
Okay.
And the boyfriend's like, yo, what you doing? And he's like, what's the problem? He's like, what you doing? What you kissing my girl for? And the guy's like, yo, I do it all the time, like.
Okay.
And he's like, I don't ever want to see you do that again. Like, it nearly got into a ruckus inside the mum's house, which is highly disrespectful. You don't get no brownie points for that, especially at the mum's house. But that's what happened anyway. Yeah. So the topic of today is, what is the borderline for someone showing affection to your partner?
Oh, wow.
Do you get where I'm coming from? Or even you, like, what are the boundaries? How do we set the precedent?
Well, okay.
So you, as a female, like, how would you handle that situation?
In terms of, because I'm female, so I would have been one of the
twins. Obviously, yeah.
So I would have been really upset. I probably, if I was either one of them, I would have been really upset and really, really embarrassed.
Either one of who?
Either twin.
Okay, I didn't even look at it from that perspective.
Either twin, I would have been really embarrassed because that's embarrassing, isn't it?
Okay, yeah.
I would have felt slightly shamed if my partner had reacted so badly to my sister's partner giving me a kiss on the cheek, because I'm sure it was meant with no malice, no malicious intent. It was probably just an innocent peck on the cheek. Do you know? But we need to contextualize it a little bit more because we're not getting the whole thing. Do you know what I mean? So there are ways you can kiss somebody on the cheek and it's nothing hard. That's just friendship. You know, that friend kiss thing, yeah? And then if you really hugged and maybe hands went in places that they probably maybe did. Because this you got to think about, isn't it? Because what would make you react in a way where you're getting probably, it sounds like it got a little bit heated and maybe aggressive and confrontational interaction in somebody else's house, because as well, when you're in front of people, especially in, was it a party? Sorry,
a gathering,
so like a gathering setting, when you're like in relationships, unless something's happened prior to you just going to the party, the both of you tend to be on your best behaviour. And we give a show, isn't it? When we go out, we give a show. The things that would happen in your house may not necessarily happen at a party, would they? It depends on the type of person
I get
you
what
are.
you're saying, but for me, I don't, because you see this parameter in regards to the situation, we can drift off and it can and I don't want us to do that.
Sorry.
I don't want us to do that. So I do get where you're coming from, and I do agree. You've got your best clothes on, you've got your outfit on, you put your best version of yourself on.
You put your best foot forward, isn't it?
Yeah, but like from a man's point of view, from what I'm seeing, for that to happen, like, because the person that was telling me about it was like, D, like, what would you do? I know you'd be the same, like, you'd be upset. And I don't think I would be. Like, I'd probably say to the person, you having fun over there? Or do you get...
Make it into a joke, even if you didn't like it.
I don't know, if I didn't like it, I wouldn't make it. I'd just make it... I'd make it, you know, I don't know. I'd highlight it maybe.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean?
But how? How do you highlight that?
That's exactly what I just.
So
that's
for me,
what I just said. What I just said is
yeah.
exactly how I do. I'd say, "Oh, you're having fun over there," like to the person, even if I
Okay.
didn't know him like that.
Yeah.
And that could come across confrontational.
Yeah.
But there's ways of being confrontational without showing aggression, innit?
Yeah.
As a man, innit? Do
Of
you get what I
course.
mean? But then again,
Dominant.
for it to be like that, we don't know if he's got issues with trust with his partner. Do you know, he might have issues where, she might be getting texts, she might be promiscuous in certain areas. I don't know. Do you understand what I mean?
Of course. And also, that person may just be a naturally kind of jealous person. That partner that got upset about it might be somebody, because everybody's got their own tolerance levels, isn't it?
Yeah.
With regards to every single thing that happens to us in our life, right? So when it comes to things like jealousy, maybe he has a low level of tolerance for wanting to feel jealous, because jealousy is not necessarily an emotion that most people like to feel, because it's so complex and there's so many things involved in it, because there's different forms of jealousy, isn't it?
Of course.
So when you feel jealous, you can feel embarrassed, you can be ashamed, you could get heated, you can get angry. It's all part and parcel of being jealous.
You're really performing today, Emma, innit?
Oh, sorry,
You're
what?
performing.
So,
Yeah. Continue.
oh, what did it? Do you not want Do you not want the opinion?
I'm on it. I'm
I
ready
can
for
keep
it.
it.
Now go on.
Right. So when you're jealous, it can exhibit itself in different ways as well, isn't it? Yeah. So you can be reactive, and you can be non-reactive, but you can be, you could be aggressive, and you can also be passive aggressive, right?
Definitely.
So it's a complex thing going on, but the way that the person dealt with it in this situation sounds like it was very interactive.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm going to get annoyed with you and everyone's going to know that I'm annoyed, and maybe this could be confrontational, maybe it could get physical.
Definitely. But do you know, for me, like, if that was me, I would have said to the guy, you're having fun. And if it was something that did bother me or concern me, because there's a difference between me being at work concerned, if I did find it's an issue or concerned about it, I would like say to the person, look, it was a bit much the way the guy handled you. Like, what kind of environment have you been in without me being there for him to feel comfortable to approach you like that?
Okay,
Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, he seemed very comfortable with you. With me being there, maybe he's even more comfortable with me not being there. Because you know what, like, I don't want it to be Chinese whispers, because what you said was, I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? Like, it makes it any better. You know what I mean?
But also, remember I said to you initially that there's that point of when you go to a party and when you're interacting with people that you're putting on a show.
Yeah.
There's also the part of that sometimes when you're in front of people, you know, when you get a bit nervous, or a little bit embarrassed, sometimes you act out of character and you do things that you wouldn't ordinarily do just because you're embarrassed and you don't know how to deal with the situation. So maybe normally I give you a cuddle, but today, because everyone's there and it's made me a little bit nervous, I'm going to give you a cuddle and a hug and a kiss, and it's going to be a bit extra. Now,
that makes sense to you.
One second, your partner being there, right? You maybe your thought path isn't going to the fact that your partner's there and I don't want to do anything that's going to offend him, but he may have just himself been a little bit embarrassed and not known how to react, so overreacted. Does that make sense? The person that gave her the kiss, maybe he doesn't ordinarily do that. Because I'm just thinking of it from her point of view as well, because sometimes as a woman as well, because I can only give this from the female perspective, and not even just the female perspective, just my own, right? Because it's my lived experience,
there
right?
You go, yeah.
So I've found in my past experiences that sometimes when you're in those social environments, people do things to you that they don't always do, but it's like it's like a male kind of, you know, like, I don't know if you ever watched like things like David Attenborough. Do you ever watch David
Yeah,
Attenborough,
I
like
do.
the documentaries, and you
Yeah.
see the way the animals behave,
Yeah.
and you see like the peacocks
Yeah,
dancing? It's
yeah.
like men kind of go in front of other men and do a show. Now, me as a female, I've been in environments like that where a man, I've got into a social environment and a man has treated me in a way that they don't normally treat me when it's just me and them, or when I've seen them in other situations. Like, so for example, if I saw them, I don't know, just
I get
out
what you
on the
mean, I get what
street.
you mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
So there could be an element of that. Maybe he doesn't always do that,
See,
but
see
this
what
time,
see what you've done.
yeah.
You've articulated your view perfectly.
Have I?
Yeah, definitely. I do get what you're saying. Men do this, and sometimes a guy's greeted you in a way that he wouldn't normally greet you in a social environment.
Yeah.
But then the onus is on you to remind him.
Oh yeah, to check him.
Yeah, but
what are you doing?
you've not mentioned that though, and maybe that is the issue.
Yeah, but then again, that may be a thing with me, that sometimes when I'm in the situation, I might not always feel comfortable to check somebody then and there. Afterwards, I go back and reflect. And maybe that's a bad habit, because if that person had just checked that guy then and there, that would have reassured her partner.
Of course.
Because jealousy as well, one of the motivations for jealousy, especially in terms of relationships between a man and a woman, it's instinctual, isn't it? You know, we're animals as well, isn't
Of course.
it? So some of it is part of what we call mate guarding.
Of course, yeah.
So you're protecting the fact that you have a mate,
Exactly.
and your mate is yours. I'm protecting my mate.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at that?
No, I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking. Yeah.
I'm protecting my mate. So you're protecting them. That's probably what he thought he was doing. Or even not protecting his mate, protecting his relationship.
So as big as he is, you think maybe he felt vulnerable in that situation?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Because jealousy makes your mind do things that you don't necessarily
do you know what? To be
always
fair,
do.
I don't think it's jealousy.
You don't.
No, I think it's more insecurity.
But jealousy, that's what I'm saying. Jealousy is a complex emotion.
So jealousy can cause you to feel insecure.
100%.
Okay.
It involves, you overthink, you overanalyze things. You I remember I said to you right at the beginning, you get angry, you get skeptical.
So
you
then
do all
jealousy, would that be one of the emotions that take precedent then over insecurity then? Well, is insecurity an emotion anyway?
Yeah. Insecurity is not necessarily an emotion.
No, it's not, is it?
But it is.
So you're right. So being jealous could cause you to be insecure.
Because it's hard to quantify insecurity, isn't it? It's something that you
We don't
feel.
wanna go,
So
we don't want to go
technically
too
it is
deep,
an
because
emotion.
you're right. Jealousy can cause you to be angry or insecure, or even feel lonely, not wanted, and all these kind of things.
Exactly.
So yeah, okay, I've got you.
You start to question things in a way that may be illogical.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
definitely.
mean?
Definitely.
It's like you're being
and
delusional.
irrational the way he behaved. 100%. I'm totally with you there. So maybe the woman or his partner just reassuring him a bit more would have settled the situation, innit?
Yeah, it could have done. It could have done. For some people, that works, isn't it?
Yeah.
But so for some people, when you've got to that level that you feel disrespected, there's no coming back.
100%. Yeah, you're right.
So he could have gone to 100 regardless, because if you feel disrespected, for some people, there's no
coming back. Yeah,
no way.
You're right. Yeah, that's if he felt disrespected. We don't even know, but you're right.
Yeah.
Some people, when they go, they go.
Yeah, and as well, if he felt we, like I said to you, when we happen to be in situations, we get the snippet, which is the situation.
Yeah.
In the background of a situation, there's lots of dynamics going on, isn't it?
Yeah,
right?
Definitely.
So there's the relationship between the twin and the twin, right? There is the relationship between one twin and that partner, that twin and that partner, and vice versa.
And what the partner's been told from his partner about the other twin.
So we don't know that just prior to them getting to that situation, what kind of a conversation they had in the car.
Well, that's my thing. The only justification that could be with me is maybe that guy that did give her a kiss in the cheek has maybe been with her for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And this one's Johnny just come lately, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And just been like, yo, do you understand what I mean? So that's probably why it wasn't a big deal to him, maybe.
Yeah, and also vice versa. This person that that was the one who overreacted, that maybe got really angry, he could have been with his partner for a substantially long time, and they could have had issues. There could have been things that happened.
Or, do you know what it might be? It might be like, yo, if this guy tries it today, yo, I'm on him. Yo,
yeah, exactly.
Today's the day.
Exactly.
You know,
maybe something's happened in the past.
Yeah, he's like, yo,
he's done something.
He ain't said nothing to this
when
girl.
He came to their house, he was a bit rude,
you know,
and he didn't know.
He's doing his shirt and all that, and he put it on. And she's like, why are you so quiet? He's thinking about, nothing. He knows when he gets there. Because, you know, I've been there, and that's not good, innit? Because that's premeditated
Of course
as well.
it's premeditated.
Because then you're looking, it's actually quite psychotic, you know. I can say that I have been there where I've got someone in mind and I'm thinking, if the person does that, and then I end up embarrassing myself because the person's been like a butterfly towards me. Been beautiful.
Yeah,
and
perfect. Yeah, and they just did one thing, maybe offered you a drink in the wrong way, and you just flipped out.
Do you understand? Yeah. Do you understand what I mean? And this is some things we have to reel ourselves in. And do you know another thing? You're right. It could have been handled better if she just reassured him, because you know what else? Another thing happened where someone's renting an apartment, shared accommodation, and one of them's a living landlord, isn't it?
Yeah.
The living landlord's there, and apparently she was staying at her partner's house.
Is this the same couple? Or
No, different couple. This is a different scenario. Like, I was told about it, and I said, I kind of get what. So she was staying at her partner's house, and then the landlord was locked out, and then the landlord phoned her about 3 o'clock in the morning, like, yo, have you got the key to let me in? She's like, oh no, I'm not at home. Yeah, I'm not at home, and like she just left it at that. Yeah. So the person that she was lying with, like, told her off, like, yo, what the fuck is going on
why
here?
is he calling you at 3
Why
o'clock
is he calling you at the air? And then at the time, him not calling you, you didn't even like tell him, like, yo, listen, you've disturbed me. I'm with my partner, and you're calling me at this time. You just threw it under the bus. Yeah. So you're right. If she had maybe reassured him, and put him on a platform there. Yeah. Then it wouldn't have gone there. You understand what I mean? Yeah. But then you're right. Some women just don't know how to do that.
Yeah, and as well, sometimes at the time, maybe it just went out of your mind. You didn't even think. You were so shocked with the situation that those extra things in the background didn't even come into your mind. Because like I said, with any situation, don't you find there's so many other things going on? There's so many other dynamics.
Can I be honest though? This might sound a bit sick, yeah. But
if I was, say it. No, go ahead.
No, because if I was in that situation, and this guy's giving her a peck here and this guy's giving her a peck there when she's with me, like, I would know there's no way this person would be my girlfriend.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because like that title of partner, girlfriend, and that is a very prestigious thing, and I don't want my partner men having access to.
But is it access?
It is access.
If it's just the peck on the cheek.
There's nothing just about a peck on the cheek.
It's not far from a hug.
Well, that's the thing.
And
you know what the funny thing is?
When you hug people accidentally, you might give them a peck on the cheek.
Can I say something though?
It was an awkward hug.
Can I say something to you though? People disregard the level of hugs. I think hugging is very, very intimate.
Do you?
Very, very intimate.
Is that because of COVID or is that just before that?
Nothing to do with COVID.
Okay, I'm just asking.
If you look, for me, I just a bit deep in it. If you look at what it is to hug someone, where you're opening your arms and inviting someone into you like that. I just don't hug anyone like that. I'm funny like that anyway. Okay. There's only certain female friends that I'd hug, or even male friends. I'll be like, if I ain't seen some of my friends for a while, and
but do you not think that maybe that comes from upbringing as well?
Yeah, of course.
Because if you came from a home, because maybe just thinking it from their point of views as well, because for me, being very tactile isn't a big thing for me. I'm not a big hugger. In fact, especially since COVID, I've definitely been in situations where people have hugged me and I've been like, he just hugged me. He just like, I don't know what to do with myself. Why did they hug me? Oh my god! Right, and I've definitely been in situations where somebody's literally done a simple thing, has gone to shake my hand, and I've because COVID or which some people find that disrespectful, and it's hard though because you don't want to be rude to somebody because you don't mean it in a rude way as well. If I don't want to give you a hug, it doesn't mean that I want to be disrespectful to you. It just means that I don't want to give you a hug.
But I can't be thinking about you feeling disrespected and me compromising with the certain things that I do. Do you understand? With my certain principles.
Yeah,
innit? Do you
but
understand what I mean?
you're a man. I'm thinking about it from a female point of view.
But
Because
at the end of
I've
the
definitely
day-
been in situations.
But do you know what it is? I understand you're saying, but now it's 2000 and it's 22 in it now, yeah. So
Yeah.
there's no thing about. I understand there's female, there's male, but one thing that is apparent is people's options and choices are more. Do
Yeah.
you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Now they're saying you can't even wolf whistle, you can't even whistle for women, or how you approach women,
Of
looking at
course.
women, you can't do things. So it is.
It's
You're
aggressive.
right. Well, some people might think it is.
Wolf
Do you know-
wrestling is very aggressive.
You know what? Is wolf whistling aggressive?
Yes.
Yeah. You reckon?
Yes.
Okay.
Imagine. I'm
What's his name?
thinking
So
about it.
what's his name? What's that guy's name, man?
I'm thinking about it from...
What's that guy's name? Hold on 1 second, because you're saying what's his name, man? British guy. People, black guy, Idris Silva. So you're walking down the street, and someone wolf whistles you.
Yeah.
You turn around,
And it's
and
Idris.
do you still think it's rude?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready to move on because you're not being honest. You're not being honest, so I'm going to move on. So like, listen, no, you're not being honest. No, it's all right, it's all right.
You didn't even ask me if Idris Elba was my type.
No.
Why did you not say to me,
No.
what you should have said was, the person that I think is the most attractive man...
You've told me you like it before
I don't
before
remember
anyway.
saying that to
But
you.
you know what? To
Maybe
be fair,
my
if you're not
mind
going to be
changed.
honest, look, why she's scratching her armpits? She's sweating because you're lying.
I'm not
Do you know what I mean?
lying.
Do you know what it is? Wolf whistling, don't get me wrong. Hey, listen, I don't want to get into trouble. I'm just giving my opinion. It's less rude, isn't it? Everything's less rude for me anyway. The person's, I don't know. Just for me.
Oh, okay. So basically, if somebody approaches you in a way that would be inappropriate,
Normally, yeah.
if it was anybody else,
Because-
if they're attractive, it's okay.
It's not
Is that
okay.
what you're saying?
It's not okay because most of the time, like I've been out and someone's punched me in the arm or whatever, and what
Yeah.
have you.
And if she's got a nice looking face, you'll laugh it
No,
off.
do you know what? They've always got a nice looking face. Because it's
Okay.
always the ones that are attractive are the ones that will go that extra because they know.
confident.
And they'll be giggling. Yeah. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're right. And there's obviously
No,
there's
because
ways.
there's ways to approach
There's ways
a
to-
woman
exactly,
that respects
exactly.
herself. And I
And
think
do you know-
wolf whistling,
Yeah.
for me, is never the way. And the worst way is, that's horrible.
What about this one?
It's the same thing.
You know, my
It's
uncle
rude.
does that one, innit? My uncle.
That's so rude.
It's not rude. It's
It
disgusting. But he used to get the money. He used to get the numbers, though.
Really?
But yeah, he had
What
money
did you
though.
do
He had
all the
money. He had
time?
money.
He's definitely gone in, isn't it? You can only
know
get
what?
away with that with an
Hey,
accent.
do you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? And he told me about the date once, you know, and then he had someone in his house, innit? And then he was like, do you know, I'm going on the subject. This was so funny. I was in stitches. They were talking in the living room and like watching TV and all that. And you know,
Yeah.
he said to her,
What?
do you want to come to the bedroom? I've got some biscuit in the bedroom. Biscuit, you know? I'm like, yo.
Did that work?
Boy, you know, I don't want it to get extra, but yeah. It was
Let's
like
get
that.
back on topic as well. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're gonna veer off.
So, yeah, we're veering off.
Is it
But-
ever okay then? So, you know.
So if one of my friends, my partner, and they gave her a hug and a kiss on the cheek, you know, a certain friend comes to the mind, I'd be like, hey, what you did? Do you get what I mean? But I'm just.
But what do you think
it's
it's
banter.
down? Would you
But I'm
think
banter
it's
like
down
that.
for the woman to?
Yeah.
but why-
Depending how
why
close
did
they are.
1 second.
Depending on how close they are.
No,
But can I just say something?
My
like, being-
partner kissed
Tell-
my partner kissed my sister on the cheek. Yeah.
Sister, yeah, that's different, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
My partner kissed because you're saying they're twins. This is
Yeah, they're twins though.
yeah. So what sisters are sisters, twins or not? I know
No.
twins are closer.
No, because you could have a sister that's 15 years older than you or 20 years older than you. It's
Yeah, of
highly
course.
unlikely that something's going to happen, innit? Do you get what I mean? Good. If he likes that way in
You haven't
but
seen
that's-
my sister.
Yeah,
My
but
sister-
yeah, but we're getting off track there. I mean, do you understand what I mean? Twins.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and very like even though twins' personality could be very different, because you know what? To be fair, there's been a lot of stories where twins have slept with the other person's partner, but majority of the times it's the male twins that have done it. Do you get what I mean?
Okay.
It's just one of those.
Yeah,
things that happen.
but brothers and sisters, friends, I'm sure there's stories of it happening with all avenues of life. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely. But do you know what it is? It's just, I don't know, man. For me, like, would I say something? I'd be like, hey, I don't know.
To be honest with you,
I would say something maybe in jest.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say something in jest, but maybe if I was the partner, yeah, so the person that got upset, yeah, I don't see myself overreacting then and there. That might have to be a topic for discussion.
You sure you wouldn't be sitting down in the chair all night being quiet, holding your arms and your partner asking you what's wrong and you're like, oh no, nothing.
Possibly. But I might not address it then and there.
Can I say something though? Do you know what the funny thing is, yeah? You see when you're a guy and you're a bit funny about, someone kissing your girlfriend and that or whatever, more times, or say 7 times out of 10, when something has happened, they probably don't even speak to each other anyway, blank each other. Do you understand what I mean? You don't really make it apparent that you've got that connection with a person anyway. So if they're doing that public affection, it's more... It was
probably just, he's comfortable. And as well, like I said to you, some people are just naturally more tactile than others. Some people, standardly, that's how they greet people. It doesn't mean anything. Like they would greet... if they could, they would greet their doctor like that. I've definitely met people, especially... We didn't speak about where their cultural background is, yeah? So I've definitely had friends who are from, let's say, like France and Italy and those kind of places where for that's more common greeting. That's how I'm just saying for me personally, I've had people in my life like that. I'm saying these are not even friends. These are just colleagues. That's how they greet everybody. The twins are Caribbean, yeah? The partner that kissed the other twin was Ghanaian. Yeah. And the guy that wanted to beat him up was Nigerian. Okay, well then. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to...
No, but I'm just saying, you just start.
I'm just saying I don't want to make any inferences as to why he reacted like that based off his cultural underpinning. But also, like I'm saying, just instinctually, socially. So some people just do that way more often.
This has got anything to do with it. The guy that was offended and was ready to fight is quite tall, 6'4", quite big. Do
you know what? It's actually quite hard to be tall, really tall. This being somebody who's not that tall, but it can be because especially if you're very tall, like 7. Getting up to the 7 foot mark.
How often are you seeing someone
Listen, I've met people.
Yeah, but you're talking about 7 foot. What, Shaq O'Neal? He's 7 foot 2.
I'm saying it's hard to be
taller. Do you know what the
taller.
average height in the UK
but I'm
is?
saying...
Hold on.
Yes, I do.
We're not in a rush.
I do. Do you want me to tell you?
I'm going to tell you.
Can you tell me? And I'll tell you if you're correct. For a man?
I'm going to tell you. Hold on, let me finish. You firing all these questions is not going to give you dominance. You made a mistake. 7 foot. 7 foot.
All right.
The average height in Europe even, not even the UK, is... What? 5'9".
For a man.
For a man, But, so what, you talking about 7 foot women?
The average.
Was you talking about 7 foot women?
Hello, can I just say the average male height is actually 5'8", but okay, carry on.
But Europe or UK?
UK.
Yeah, but I just said Europe. So I'm even making it close better for you. I'm trying to make it.
Thank you. All right, I didn't mean to say 7 foot. Okay. I apologise.
Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, but
does that make you feel better?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It does because we got people listening. People listening. If it's just me, you could just say what you want to say. You know what I mean? But right now we got people listening. We got to come correct. Yeah. But so I get you. Not easy for them being tall or whatever.
And that brings some insecurity as well, especially if you're usually
But come on, man.
Taller than everybody.
At the Mars's house, though, man. Come on, man. You just lost.
Yeah, but your emotions take over. I doubt, in hindsight, he probably wouldn't have reacted that way. But when your emotions take over, you're not thinking logically,
we start justifying all actions now. If we start saying in hindsight...
I'm not justifying the actions. There's no justification. Especially if he was aggressive and physical. Because if that was me as well, and that was my sister, I'd start worrying about what's going on in your house.
The brother's worried.
And I'd start thinking, is there coercive control going on in your house? Is there
the funny thing
an issue?
You're right.
What's going on?
Do you know what's another sickening thing? Some women do find that sexy and attractive.
No, but like I said to you as well, thinking about the fact that we are animals, yeah, you do want a man that's going to protect you, or that you feel is going to protect you.
Yeah.
But there's a level, so there's a part of he's got me, he's protecting me, and then there's a part of this man's overboard, it's a bit too much, or a bit too controlling. This is not healthy. There's a point when it becomes toxic.
Do you know what I mean? Because even the next level to that, you end up being like Will Smith and slapping someone on the stage at a ceremony. Do you get me? Mum's house is a different. You understand what I mean?
I mean, but for some people, their mum's house and a family gathering is the world stage for them.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
A quick one before we go. What do you think of the way?
How should he have? I think personally, he shouldn't have got so angry in that time, and maybe addressed it because you're in a relationship, you should be able to have conversations. So maybe he should have addressed it afterwards, even if he wanted to sit there and be upset all night. I don't think that approaching it there and then in front of